So here we are with the poet
My name is Slam.
Slam. So Slam, I'm gonna ask you a few questions about your artistic endeavors as a poet.
Okay.
How did you come across poetry? How was it that sparking you an interest in poetry?
I can't really recall. I just know that I've always had a fascination with words. I feel like somewhere along the way, I just learned that words make worlds. And so I didn't really ever feel like I had in me to be a poet or anything like that. But I just had a strong connection to the way words can really capture the indescribable. And so somewhere along the way, I just started playing with poems and words to try to see if there's any way that I could create some kind of idea that I might be able to live into, or at least a way to share my soul with others.
Who was an influence in your life as far as a child to wanted to express yourself in a way that you kind of came into the world, and express what's inside of you? And
Jeez. Well, I don't really know how to answer that because I don't feel like I've had the types of role models that would inspire me that way. But I will say that it was in many ways, the negativity,
yeah,
and the power of words used in unhelpful ways.
Well, now when you say negativity, can you specify a little bit on that? Can you touch on that?
I just mean words can be. Oh, the great Jewish scholar activist Abraham Heschel once said that Hitler's gas chambers did not just pop up into existence. That whole thing, the Holocaust, started with words. The words that Hitler ushered that then created this universe where those things could be possible. So in that sense, there's a great negativity that can be brought forth into existence with the type of words that we use.
Yes.
And I was familiar with that growing up with people just using words in a way that created more chaos than life-giving situations. But in that sense, that's what I mean by negativity.
I see.
But I just found words really powerful. And it doesn't always mean that I know exactly why I'm using the words that I'm using or how I'm using them. In some ways, it just really is, I would say, just a cry for a deeper understanding.
So when you say a cry for a deeper understanding, you speak of the world at large, right? Like the people out here, the people in Los Angeles, the people beyond Los Angeles, if you will. Yeah. Has there been a period in your life when you felt that you haven't been able to express completely what you want to express and why?
Well, I would say that I'm mindful that what is most personal is most universal. Or even though now we live in a world where universals per se aren't as universal, but what is most personal is most accessible. So if I can think of my micro life experience and see it through the macro lens of the meta-narrative that is being explored in our community, in our society, then I feel like I can take my personal experience and recognize how it plugs directly into the grand scheme of things, and not try to act like just because I'm one person that I'm not participating actively in what unfolds as the history today.
So,
I guess
as an Angelino, have there been a time in your life when you feel that this city has let you down as a whole? As a poet, as a man, as a human being that walks these streets?
Cities have a very interesting dilemma. In 2007, I don't know if you felt it, but the tectonic plates have shifted. We went from a largely rural population of humanity for since we can recall, and then around 2000, just after 2000, 2007, around there, it shifted. The world is now populated all largely in the cities. So the cities are the place where both culture is both magnified and multiplied. And so I feel like the question of whether or not the city has let me down doesn't really do justice to the ebb and flow of life constantly having this process of birth, life, and death. So the question of whether or not the city has let me down is irrelevant. The question is, how am I now trying to actively see the city as a playground, as a place for creativity, imagination to flourish?
Does your So, moniker slam has a meaning to you?
Slam poetry.
I see.
And so let me
So, could you tell me? Could you share a poem with
Yeah.
us, please?
so this is the best place to kind of finalize this short little conversation. I'm gonna do this piece. It's a poem. Not that I know so much about the topic, but I thought it'd be interesting to do a poem about love, largely because it's something that's constantly eludes me, but at the same time, I feel like it's a driving force. So this poem is called. This poem is called "Red Roses," and it's the only poem I have memorized. So bear with me if it's under 3 minutes, because poetry slams have a time frame of 3 minutes. But here's how it goes. It goes like this: red roses, yo. These are my deliveries of the transmissions of omissions of one's willingness to accept or deny my many invitations into the bosom of the erotic. But hold up, wait a minute, yo. Let's fucking think about it. Because the rose for me poses the query and the quandary towards the question of what even is love. I mean, should it be that this thing we call love is nothing more than a mere sincere set and range of daring sensations of enigmatic proportions that only furthers the notion that such a preposterous conception such as love could cause such commotions that just flares in the face of the erotic? I mean, come on now, let's fucking think about it. I mean, I confess in all my sacred sadness that yes, I have gotten lost in drinking my thinking that relationships, yo, they can actually be a magnificent symphony of the various elements of the human experience. Yo, this is my variance, that with mutual care and understanding, communication, yes, communication it holds within it the possibilities of navigating a host of life's ebbs and flows, which goes to show that once they're all slowed, that so long as willing participants engage one another, fully invited to sift through the wreckage of misunderstandings, yo, we can gain access to all of love's insatiable standings. Yo, these are my rantings. What is love? A sifting dedicated to finding the threads of solace in death and life through plight and strife, which somehow miraculously plants the seeds of grace, life, and honor. Fuck it, even into dishonor. But I am, this is my jam, I am a hopeless romantic. Fucking semantics, because maybe I'm just more romantically hopeless. Focus, yo, because this is me sharing with you my desperate fortress. So what the fuck is love? Well, some say that love is nothing more than a sea of pleasure lost in the fires of desire, wired to transpire the ever-increasing dogmatic presuppositions destined for liars. Well, then I declare, with flair, that I am the chief of all motherfucking liars. And this is still what I suggest that we should all admire. A sensuous touch to the hush of a blush that can crush, yo, even the faintest of souls. They can become gold when yearnings unfold. And then upside down and around we leave messages untold to the caress of an ear or an arm or a leg or a thigh. Yo, let's stay naturally high when we are invited to multiply this ever-endeavoring quest for a journey that will surely allow itself to see itself through. Here's how we'll end this. Love. Actually, you know what? That's probably good because I forgot the ending.
That's good.
I totally forgot the fucking ending.
That's fine.
Right, well,
that's fine. The hell yeah.